Hi, I'm Lily. Today I'm going to read your story. Rivers of Jewels. Reading it level 3B. Rivers of Jewels. Okay, let's read it. Perhaps it happened this way. One dark night in a faraway land, some sailors came ashore on a sand beach to cook their meal. Their ship was carrying blocks of soda ash, which had been dug out of the ground. The soda ash looked a little like hard salt and was used for making soap. The sailors brought ashore a few large blocks of the soda ash in order to make a fireplace for their cooking pot. They made an extra big fire. As the sailors huddled around the fire, cooking their meal, a strange and wonderful thing began to happen. Rivers of jewels! One of the sailors shouted. The others looked where he pointed. Shiny, tiny streams were flowing out of the fire like slow-moving snakes. They glittered and sparkled. When the rivers of jewels had cooled, the sailors discovered that these streams had become hard and smooth. They could pick up pieces and see the flickering firelight through them. The heated sand and soda ash had melted together and become glass. Whether glass was discovered this way or another way, no one really knows. No one really knows, but it probably was an accident, no matter how or when it happened. How could white sand and soda ash turn into glass? Even today, we do not know exactly why, but after people learned that glass could be made from sand, they tried to find even better ways to make it. Some men learned how to put a long pipe, like somewhat like a giant soda straw, into the hot gooey glass while it was cooking, and lift some out of the end of the pipe. Then they could blow it up as you would a soap bubble until it was cooled and hardened. These men were called glass blowers. They used to make bottles, glasses, and jars in this way. Later, glass blowers learned to let the bubble of glass go flat while they quickly spun the pipe in their hands until it forms a flat sheet. When the sheet cooled, they broke off the pipe where it was held fast in the hardened glass. This gave them clear glass, which they then cut up into window panes. But people didn't like the looks of the broken off parts in their window panes. Them they called them bull's eyes. In England, a picture of the king's crown was stamped over the bull's eyes to hide them. From now on, this was known as crown glass. Today, bull's eyes are considered very valuable by people who collect antiques. Soon, men learned that by polishing glass with powdered sand and other materials, they could make it even clearer and easier to see through. And then, by adding other materials to the sand and soda ash and using machines, man discovered a way to make a glass in different forms and colors. Look at this. These are so beautiful. It's the glass. It's the glasses made by sand and soda ash, I think. And glass can be spun like wool or can be very stiff. It can be made so stretchy that it can be bounced up like a trampoline, or it can be twisted like a corkscrew. It can be made almost as strong as iron. What will glass be like in the future? Not only windows, but also whorehouses. Usually, windows are the only glass in the house, but no one knows. Not only windows, but also the whorehouses will be made of glass. In a glass house or hidden, the light will come from the walls, which will turn different shades depending on how much light there is. On the sunny side of the house, the walls will be dark, and like your sunglasses to cut down the brightness. On the shady side of the house, the glass will be completely clear to let all the light in. But from outside the house, people will not be able to see it at all. So inside the house, they could see outside, but in the outside, they cannot see in the house. So there seems to be no end to the things that can be done with glass. So at first it was made of sand and soda ash, and people discovered, and glass blowers came, and nowadays with machines, soda ash and soda, we can make beautiful and various shapes and various colors of glasses. And these glasses will not only be used in the glass, but also a house. So you can see like this. This is the right house, and this house is made of glasses. So you can see inside. You can see the outside in the house, but in outside. So the person on the outside cannot see the house. Oh, so what is in that house? Okay, today I read the story Rivers of Jewels. Okay, bye.